So you guys have probably noticed it already, but the XRP price, is back in the crazy green again today, ladies and gentlemen. So today, out of the entire crypto market, XRP is one of the best gainers, as right now the price at $2.74 is up what? I think 20 cents or so from where it was at yesterday. Taking a look, we were covering it yesterday at roughly $2.40, matter of fact, right now at $2.73, and we said this threshold of $2.52 is most important to get over, but it instantly skyrocketed yesterday on the ETF news to $2.59. And we basically established back then as well with our lines saying what you basically want is either of two things. One is a hefty price spike in a short amount of time, liquidating many shorts, causing the price to basically succeed more. And option number two is basically slow and steady, because the slower the price gains, the less profit taking people do, which is more sustainable, basically. Both of them have their benefits, both of them have their downsides. This time around, it was a little bit of a mix of both, but I was actually more afraid of this pump that we saw until I realized that the dump really was not following. The price did go to 260 and then fell right back down to roughly 250 or 249, something like that. So it was a little bit of a bounce back, but generally speaking, we stayed above our previously established threshold, and thus were able to bounce off it and continue on, just now hitting a price of $2.77, which in my opinion is pretty nice. It's time to see where we are in the BOFIN competition. If you've not signed up yet, a link for it is down below. Let's quickly take a little bit of a look. Guys, we are again in the number 2 position in the entire world. A little bit sad. We were number 1 yesterday, and number 1. We should be number 1. Regardless, though, we are number 2 in terms of most profitable teams in the entire world. I keep telling you, if you're trading, make sure you check out the link down below. Volume-wise, we're also in the top 5, so we're definitely not doing too bad, but my friend Brian is a number 1. Screw that guy. We need to win, or at least get close to him, right? So I'm definitely going to be taking this season a lot more serious, because if the prize pool actually gets up to the couple $1 million, which it definitely could. Last time it was at least above a few $1 billion of volume, so it was an 800k pool maybe, or something higher. If it gets to the millions, then us just getting to the number 2 spot right here and the number 1 spot, or let's just say number 5 spot, for example, in volume, could turn out to be hundreds of thousands of dollars for the team. And that's why I said earlier I gave away 15k or so to our trading team over on BOFIN, because I realized we can win so much more if a lot of people are motivated to get started or do this. Regardless, link to BOFIN is down below if you're looking to trade. Having said that, remember yesterday when this trade was actually at what? Let me quickly find my video of yesterday. By the way, if you haven't done it yet, make sure you go ahead and press that like button. But as you can see right here, just last night when I was covering this in my video, right, you can see our trade was still at minus $21,000, and I said, hey, this will turn back around, do not be frightened. And today, indeed, we are at plus 14,000, which is why I keep stating, when it comes to my major coins like XRP, etc., I don't really mind holding on to them for a little while, because the fundamentals are solid. And not that just yesterday we had ourselves a little bit more of a confirmation that this is set to continue. You can see, if you're taking a look at it from a daily chart over on Bybit, for example, taking a look at XRP, right? If you were able to buy that $1.70 dip, but really, realistically, if you were just able right now, just looking at the daily, to buy at the $2.30 range or so, look at how bullish that looks like. Right now, we still want to overtake this previous high of $3.30, because as it currently stands, even though the trend is mostly upwards, the most important thing we can do is take out this previous top for XRP. And a lot of my friends have been asking for a more proper, I should say, trading setup, and I would say it's basically going to work like this. On the current time frame, buying here at $2.75 is quite risky, because we are just right now up a significant portion in a few days. We're up 25% or so this week. Having said that, if I was going to enter at any level, like for example right here, I would most likely start stacking my way down as I established before, the only outlier being a mass capitulation event like the one we saw right here, which is the main reason we did not get massive size in, because you can see, if you start dumping, all of a sudden the red candle looks like this within the day, just crazy, crazy, crazy red. This is a level where I do not like to buy in hard, because you just do not know how crazy of a liquidation spree it's going to be. However, if I already had a massive position open, we only had a couple $100,000 open though. Again, I can still sustain because we have to go all the way to 80 cents before I get wrecked. And I always like to tell people to keep that, keep the liquidation price significantly low. In this case here, if it's above $2, then you have to think more about the method I talked about before, which is if you get wrecked on position number 1, you got to keep trying. And this might sound a bit, oh, my camera's stuck. This has been a while since I got a stuck camera, but this might be a bit degen to some people, but it basically stands along the lines of if you enter, for example, at a point right here, right? And you get wrecked because the price went to this level. If you get back in, for example, at the same level around that time, then on the way back up, you made tons of profit. You're just basically recouping the loss you made from the price going down. If you do not, you just buy in, you get wrecked, you buy in again, you get wrecked, you buy in again, you get wrecked, because you're not buying that dip. It's quite hard. But then again, logically speaking, if you bought in here, you got wrecked, right? You try to buy in, but you got wrecked again. You try to buy in, but you got wrecked. You couldn't even get wrecked there. There was massive profit if you did buy in. Right? At some point, you're going to be right, and buying in at a dip somewhere close to this bottom, for example, the win you take from dragging this one all the way up, or at least significantly up back to like $2 something, for example, completely outweighs all the previous 10 losses, for example, that you could have taken. So let's say you lose 10 times, but the 11 times you have a winner. Realize that you only need to win once to basically even out 15 losses maybe, or 25 losses, for example. That's why some traders have a win ratio of maybe even only 2%, maybe even less. Because every single time they do win, it's a 50xer, for example. And that's why I often, when we talk about meme coins, say you really only need to win once in its entirety, because the moment you win, it most likely will be like 100x, for example, evening out all the 90 times or whatever that you did lose before. Now, again, that's just one of the spots, though. I keep saying that I always am comfortable just adding more and more XRP, because when you're taking a look at it, generally speaking, the uptrend has not broken itself. There was an outlier, as we saw, which was scary to buy into. But generally speaking, I've just been adding to the positions. Here you can see we've not added because the price just looks so beautiful. This is an entry of 70 cents that I did not want to wreck. But over on Below, and remember, our entry as well was just like 60 cents or 50 cents or something like that. And we added more and more and more to where right now our average price is $2.60. With, again, us having a lot of money in the account to potentially buy another capitulation event of sorts. But still, having a 350k position open is already quite nice. But imagine I did open the $1 to $2 million that I wanted to back at $2, right? Look at how amazing that would have been right now. I would have sweat my ass off. I mean, I would have hated my life if I bought in at $2 and the price went to $1.78. I thought it went lower. Let's just say $1.80. It's about 10% down or so on potentially 1 or 2 million. Could have been 100, 200k down. Plus, of course, how much I already was down. I was already down 100k. So it could have been at that moment I was down like 250 or 200,000, something like that. Would have not been fun to look at, but pretty quickly afterwards it would have recovered significantly. And as of this point, if our average price would have been, let's say, $2, like right there, we could have been up 40% on whatever money we put in, which again, if it was $1 million, would have been a juicy 400,000 schmeckles. Could have been amazing. But again, coulda, woulda, shoulda. Did we learn something? No, because we already know the theory. But it just shows, again, that most of the time, this is the way it works out. If you get a lot of sideways trading, there's going to be a breakout towards either side. And you always, for the most part, hope it's towards the upside. You never know for sure. But here, I guess the ETF spark brought a lot of hype and excitement to the people again, because people realized that the ETF will most likely get approved rather soon. And most likely the lawsuit will be over before that time. And even though it's not a guarantee of sorts, it's just that little spark of hope that people needed in a mostly downwards or sideways market. But also, I have to admit that it's today just a quite bullish day for cryptos all around. It's not as if XRP is the only winner. This is just why XRP did better than many of the other coins, and why it's at the top of the top right here in double-digit gainers. Because it's also kind of funny when you look at it from a monthly perspective, how much down some coins are. WIF is down 53% this month. Melania is down 80% this month. Virtual is down 50% this month. Many coins are down significantly throughout the month. So if you right now are doing well, just realize you're most likely outperforming most other crypto traders, because it's been a really bad month, mostly sideways with a downwards bias. But hopefully at the end of this month, again, we will recover. Today's Valentine's Day, though. Give yourself a little roll for every single one of you. Here you go. And make sure you join the Blowfin competition if you haven't done it yet, or at least if you're into trading. And that's about it for right now. Just wanted to quickly cover that the price is going up. Can't say this will sustain itself, but it does make sense in the grand scheme of things. Bitcoin pumping, optimism being back because of CZ, Binance, and the BNB chain. ATF hype circulating around like crazy. And Brad Gallinghouse posting like things are up. Yeah. I think that people are back to excitement mode, man. It looks like Ripple has set us up for something good, but I don't want to speculate too much. That's just it for right now. Crazy, crazy times are coming ahead. I hope you're excited, and that's about it.